Hi, welcome to Taffy's Texas Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a cherry chocolate cobbler. I'm going to get everything together and I'll be right back with you. To start off with, I'm going to melt a stick of butter in this pan. I've got my oven set to 350. And I'm just going to put this in the pan and then put it in the oven and then wait for it to melt. Okay, for the cobbler part, this is just my regular cobbler recipe. I'm going to use a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, teaspoon and a half of baking powder. Now if you have self-rising flour, you don't have to add the baking powder. I'm going to use salt because I have salted butter. So if you have unsalted butter, then you want to use a half a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to whisk that up. And since I'm making a chocolate cobbler, I'm going to add a quarter cup of cocoa. And I'm going to give that a good whisk. Now if you just want a cherry cobbler or any other fruit cobbler, then just leave out the cocoa and it's just the regular cobbler. But I'm going for the chocolate covered cherries or black forest cake. That's what I'm kind of going for. And then it's 1 cup of milk. And we'll give that a mix. This is really a fast and easy dessert. It takes about 10 minutes. I'm not even sure if it takes that much time. 5 minutes for your butter to melt in the oven. And then just a few minutes to whip this up. And then you want to get your melted butter. Mine's still warm. I'm using like a 9x10 pan, kind of like what you'd use to make cornbread in. You can use a 9x13. And you can use if you just want to use like a 8x8 or 9x9, you can use that and I just use 1 can of cherries because I'm going to use 2 cans of cherries. But first I want to pour this in over the butter, and you don't want to stir anything. And then I did drain 1 of the cans of the juice. I'm using canned cherries. And I drained 1 can and I'm using the juice of 1. don't really want to stir, but you can like move them so there's, you know, cherries everywhere. And then I'm going to use a half a cup of dark chocolate chips. I'm just going to sprinkle that on top. You can add a little bit more if you think it needs more. And then I'm also going to use a half a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And then I'm just going to stick this in the oven at 350 and let it bake for 50 to 55 minutes. I'm going to check it at 45 minutes to see how it's doing. But it does normally take about 50 to 55 minutes. But you might want to check it just at 45 because everyone's ovens cook differently. So I'll be back when it's all finished. Okay, I got out of the oven and this is what it looks like. I did let it go for 60 minutes because it didn't look like it was set up in the middle. And what you're kind of looking for is that it comes away from the sides, if you can see that. That it starts pulling away from the sides there. And I'll be back in just a little bit with the taste tester. Alright, we got Carmine and Michael here. They're going to be our taste testers today. How is it, guys? Good? Thumbs up? Alright, well, thank you for being here with us today. Remember to show kindness to others, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Like and subscribe.